Well, this is one of the schoolhouses, one of the few still left, a country school house, if you will, built in the 1880s, and they had school here until the late 1930s. It was one of those country schools with about 10 to 20 kids in it each year. And that was a great time for America because they lived off the land. Every quarter section had a family on it, and they made a living from it. Again, 39 million people lived and worked on farms and ranches back then, and only 1 million people were working for the government. Today those numbers are turned around, as there are 39 million people working for the government and only 1 million people working and making a living off of ranches and farms, and the only way they can do that is to get subsidies from the said government. So you know that there have been a lot of games played and a lot of the rich land barons hogging up the land, making it impossible for a small family to start a farm and make a living and make this country better because of it. But let's talk about schools. This is one of the last ones around. Well, when this was running, each school was given a section of ground, and that meant that section of ground paid for all the schooling for those kids. Nobody had to pay school taxes back then. It was made from the land itself. The land not only fed the farm families, but it schooled their children. What a wonderful time it was. You can look down at some of the negatives, I suppose, but at the most, they had a good schooling, and I've never heard anybody complain about having to live or walk a mile or 2 miles to get to a country school. So, how about the taxes? Well, the average family back then only paid 3% of their total yearly income in taxes. 3%. And then the government in 1913 decided they wanted to raise taxes, so they invented income tax. And my grandmother, born in 1888, talks about it, and and she said that when it was came into being, she said the government came through first and said, listen, this 2% tax, and we promise it will never, ever go up. They promised her and the entire generation and all of America. Of course, now income tax and all the other hidden taxes that they throw at you easily eat up over 50% of your taxes or your income through taxes. And rest assured, they're still hungry for more. They're spending money like drunken sailors. They don't get it. But when this old schoolhouse was a-working, and when the people were working on the land, you better believe America was a lot better, a lot more financially stable, and a greater place to live. And maybe it's time we go back to the country schools and the small and the economical. This is McCook's Mr. Bill. Rate this film.